So right now we're at the PDAC and at the booth of Copper Fox Metals, and the gentleman standing beside me is Elmer Stewart, the CEO of Copper Fox Metals. Hi Elmer, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, so just like to maybe Elmer, you can share a quick introduction about what your company Copper Fox do.
Copper Fox, we're a junior resource company. We're focused on copper projects in North America. We work in proven districts. We have properties in northern British Columbia, and we also have properties in Arizona and what they refer to as the Laramide Copper Province down there.
So maybe before going into your company, maybe you can just comment a bit about the copper cycle currently. How does copper doing? Is it in the middle of the bull cycle? What's your thoughts on copper price in moving forward?
Well, it looks like the copper cycle is starting again. We had a very bullish cycle in 2009, 10, 11, and 12. It turned to the downside. Looks like it's coming back again. Clearly there's a very large absence of advanced projects in the development pipeline. Copper consumption continues to increase by 3% on average a year. The Green Initiative is going to push it, and as a lot of the pundits are now saying, their head grades are declining, longer lead times. We're not making the exploration discoveries we did before, and just the fact that they're getting harder to find, and very little copper in the inventories around the world that is available to be purchased. So we like the copper space going forward.
So you do have quite a bit of properties in BC and Arizona. So what should investors pay attention to? Which project should they pay attention to?
Well, actually, we're set up strategically only for copper.
Yes.
And so we have a big project in BC, which we took to the feasibility stage, and that is now being operated by Teck. So we have a full 25% carried joint venture interest straight through to production. We don't have to put up any money. Teck is required to put up all the funds. That's one of our projects. The next project we have is the Isl Project in Arizona, and that's an advanced project as well. It's technically advanced, and we bought that in 2012. We've invested about $8 million in it, and today the 43101 technical report that was prepared by an independent mining engineering firm values that property at about $150 million US after tax. In addition, we've got two other exploration projects, which are large porphyry systems, and they are at what we call in the exploration stage, because what we try to do is create a portfolio of properties that span from the exploration stage all the way through to advanced development projects. And that, we feel, mitigates the risk to a lot of our shareholders and mitigates the risk to the company, because you got to spread the risk around.
So in some of your information, you say you have a corporate strategy of understanding of a successful project.
Yes.
Can you give us some clue while you consider what a successful project?
Well, that basically starts with, first, you got to know the commodity you're looking for. The second is and I think fundamentally most important, you got to be in geopolitically stable jurisdictions. Hence, that's why we're only working in North America. The other thing is in being in a permissive district where you've got proven deposits that are already currently in production. They found them, they put it in production. The geology is being permissive for large discoveries is important. Due diligence is also very important, because you got to have enough experience to know what projects, which ones are going to make it, which ones has the potential, because our end audience is always going to be a mining company, because our strategy is to take them in the exploration stage, move them through the development stage, work with, and then try to find an industry partner either to come in to take the project off our hands, or get a joint venture where we have what we would classify as a very good joint venture arrangement.
So in summary, why should investor consider investing into Copper Fox at this point, and what kind of milestone or news in the next, let's say, 12 months that they should look for?
Well, if you're an investor and you want to get involved in the copper space, then I think Copper Fox is a very compelling investment, because we've got a broad portfolio of properties that gives you exposure all the way from exploration through advanced projects. We have a very high net asset value per company, and that's based on independent technical reports done by independent engineering firms. Some people would say, well, it's sort of like asymmetrical trade. We've de-risked the projects because we're in proven districts, we've got a good management group with lots of experience, the company is very stable, the insiders own about 58%. Our major shareholder is a very wealthy person who is very bullish on copper and gold in the long term. And when you look at it, I mean, look at where we're trading right now versus the NAV of 92 cents. There's not a lot of risk left in the scenario. However, if you get a push in the price of copper, or the copper goes up, we feel that any one of our assets would be a target of an exploration company or a producing company.
Thank you for your time today, Elmer.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. Please scan the QR code to log on NAI500 website and follow us on social media to get regular updates on the Chinese language North American market news, CEO interviews, trends, and investment opportunities. Click subscribe to our channel to watch more interviews and presentations.